Per 7?
Per
I can kill that. I can kill that. I can kill that. The all-in is not it's a suspicious.
Welcome to this episode of How to Crush No Limit Hold'em in United States Casino. I'm June. Today we're going back to San Jose, California, and we're going to another casino. It's called Casino Matrix, and let's go fishing. Today we're playing 2-3-5 game. I bought in for $800, and the first hand after under the gun player limped, I got pocket kings on the cutoff. I raised it to $50. I kind of forget why I raised it so big because it's not that balanced. But I think facing this kind of low stake opponent, they probably don't care that much. So I think it's okay. And turns out big blind calls, under the gun folded. And something interesting happened. So dealer accidentally revealed a 7, and this 7 will help us afterwards. So the flop comes 2, 3, 6, 2 spades. He checked to us. Here, although it's 3 low cards, but since that I use a relatively large pre-flop raising size, opponent will not likely to have 4 or 5 straight. In most cases, he will have some suited connectors or pairs. So I bet around half of the pot. He chose to call. Turn comes a 7 of club. He checked to me again. And this is very interesting because pre-flop a 7 is revealed. So opponents will have less 7 combos such as 7 pocket 7s or 6-7. So I'm very happy to continue betting for value. I bet $90. He chose to call again. And river comes a 8 of hearts. He checked me again. Here our SPR is less than 1. And I still got many cards I can get value from, so I choose to push all in. I hope he put me on some ace king airball or some mistral, trying to hero call me. And turns out opponent didn't think for too long and push all his chips on the middle. And after I shows, he shows pocket 5s, and then he lose the pot. And the second hand, I got Jack 4 offsuit. I didn't want to imitate any player. The only reason I play this hand is because it is a bomb pot. So everyone puts $20 and we're going to see a flop. Flop comes 4-4-10. A very good flop for us because we hit a trip. And big blind players betting for $60 and all falls to low jack player, he choose to call. And because this is a bomb pot, so everyone is holding a 100% range. So I definitely got a lot of range to getting value from, so I choose to raise it to $200 and low jack player calls. Turn comes a 6 of heart and opponent checks again. I bet for $250. Opponent calls. Now I think on the turn I definitely can bet for a bigger size because 4 jack here is actually a very strong hand and we got many cards we can get value from. So if I can do it again, I definitely would choose larger size. And river comes a queen of spade and opponent checked to me again. And I check back then. And I think it's a very bad play because I'm missing a lot of value. And after I check back, opponent shows ace-10 offsuit. We still took down this pot, but I think we can win more. And this hand is under the gun player and hijack player limped. I got king 5 diamonds on the cutoff. I raised it to $50 and 2 player both calls. Flop comes 9-2-3, 2 diamonds. Check to me. This is a relatively dry board. Opponents are not likely to hit this board, so I choose to bet $50. And to my surprise, under the gun player raised it to $135. And more surprise is middle position player raised it to $400. So to me, it's an easy fold. And under the gun player calls and they're all in. Very surprisingly, under the gun player shows pocket 8s and hijack player has ace-9 of spade. I think both of them playing a little bit overplay their hands, so we mark these two players and we're going to have some reference if we're playing against with them again. This hand, hijack player open raise to 35 bucks and small blind calls. I got king queen suited, I raise it to 135. If we look at wizard, we can see big blind only have 5% chances 3-betting if small blind is not calling. But if small blind is calling, the frequency will raise it to 7%. And ace jack suited, king queen suited, queen jack suited, this kind of hand will switch from calling into squeezing. So after I raise it, low jack player calls, small blind folded. Flop comes ace 8 7 2 diamonds, so we got a front door flush draw. And on this ace high board, we can have all the better ace, and if we want to fold opponent's small pocket pairs, we don't need too large size. So I choose to bet 80 bucks and he chooses to call. We can see in the wizard is also suggesting a high frequency small bet. And turn comes a 7 of spade, it didn't change much. I bet a larger size 350. We can see the wizard suggests on this board we have a bet range advantage, so it's still suggesting continue betting. And the opponent chooses to fold. We successfully 2 down this pot. And we can also learn that if river comes a blank, such as 2 of hearts, how will wizard suggest us? We can see apparently a missed flush draw is a worse bluff combos. Better bluff choices would be some backdoor flush draw on the flop, such as king x of hearts, and also some straight draw such as 10 jack suited. These would be better combos to bluff in the river. This hand I got ace queen suited on middle position, I raised it to 50 bucks and 2 players on the blinds calls. Flop comes 10 king king 2 hearts. They check to me. Here I got a royal straight flush draw, but in this casino we don't have anything like a jackpot. But in this board is favoring the preferred raiser, so I still bet 60 bucks. And small blind folded, big blind calls. Turn comes a king of clubs. He checked it again. And here is not any benefits to bet here. His 10 will not fold it, and I got drawdown value here, so I choose to check back. River comes a jack of club. I hit a straight, but on this board, opponent will have any 10 or jack would be full house that beats me. So opponent checked. I don't have much reason to bluff here, so I choose to check back. And opponent shows jack queen offsuit. So he's got a open-ended straight draw on the flop, and river he got a full house. So we lose this pot very sadly. This hand I got a7 of hearts on the hijack and raised it to 25 bucks. Big blind a player calls. Flop comes ace queen deuce 2 clubs. And he did a 2 motion betting here, which is not allowed. So the dealer says it only counts for 25 bet.
25 is going to be the bet. 25.
It's put it twice.
25. Only first motion, okay? First motion.
It's really an interesting situation, and here we got a top pair, so we still choose to call. Turn comes a 6 of spade, and this time he's successfully betting 50 bucks, around half of the pot. And facing this betting size, I choose to call again. River comes a 7 of spade. This time he checked to me. I definitely want betting for value, and this time his misdraw is definitely not gonna call me, so I'm targeting his ace x ranges. So I choose a larger size 150, but sadly he chose to fold. This hand is +1 player limped. I got pocket deuces on the bottom. I choose to call. Small blind and big blind calls. So we're entering a 4-way limp pot. Flop comes ace 9 deuce 2 diamonds. We hit a bottom set. And check to us. I bet 15 bucks. Small blind and big blind calls. Turn comes a 10 of diamonds. So the front door flush complete. Small blind checked and the big blind leads out 40 bucks. And this big blind player is kind of the most aggressive player on the table. Here we got a set, so definitely we won't fold here. We got many outs, even he had a flush. So we calls. And river, very luckily, comes a dream card, 9 of spade. We got the full house. And opponent continue bets 70 bucks. And it's very good situation. We definitely want to raise for value. I raise it to 200 bucks, hoping his flush can pay us. And after I raise, opponent shows a very confused face, and he tanked for a really long time, but unfortunately he chose to fold. This hand I got 5-7 suited on the bottom. I raised it to 30 bucks. Small blind and big blind all calls. Flop comes king 10 for rainbow. Check to me. Here I only got 7 high, but we got some backdoor possibility, so I choose to bet 30 bucks. Small blind calls. Turn comes a 3 of clubs. He checked to us. Here we pick up very great equity, so I choose to bet a larger size, 120. He choose to call again. River comes a 7 of spade. He checked to me again. Here I don't think we're gonna show down and win, so I think for a long time. And here I'm a preferred raiser, so I got better kings. And also he's only called me on the flop and turn. And given that on the turn there's many draws, so I think his range is kind of capped. So I decided to raise all in. But very sadly I got a snap call and he showed ace-10 suited. So our bluff ended up loose. Let me know what you think about this hand. Would you go for it on the river? What's your reasons? Please leave a comment if you have any thoughts.
Per 7? I can kill that. I can kill that. I can kill that. The all-in is not it's a suspicious.
The last hand I'm gonna share today is I got 9-10 suited under the gun. I raised it to 25 bucks. And the aggressive Asian player on the bottom calls. Big blind also calls. Flop comes 9-3 deuce, 2 hearts. Big blind check to us. Here facing this aggressive player behind, I choose to check and balance our checking range. He also choose to check. Turn comes a 6 of club. Big blind check to me again. Here I'm start betting for some value. I choose to bet for 50 bucks. I'm hoping to protect my hands. And also we can get value from 6x. But bottom player calls and big blind fold. And river comes an ace of club. I choose to bet for 80 bucks. Now I think I don't really like this bet because I actually can choose to check call his bluff. Plus I don't have many ranges I can get value from. But anyways, I choose to bet 80 bucks and I got punished by him. He raised it to 300 bucks. And this is a really interesting spot because it's obviously a very polarized move. But actually I think his action line is not making sense. He's checking back the flop and turn just calls. So he's hard to have some sets in his ranges. And also if he hits an ace in the river, I think he would just call, not raise. Plus he's the aggressive player on the table. I think he will have some ability to bluff. So after a long tank, I decided to call. And he marked his hand. It's very good. And we can see the player beside also very happy and cheering for us. For today, I think it's a very good, interesting session because many hands we got all in, we bluffed successfully and we got caught, and also we caught some bluff, and it's a very interesting session I've played. And today I bought in for $1,000 and cash out $1,505. So it's about a buy-in win, and it's a very good outcome. And please leave a message if you think any hands I can deal better or what you thought.
The energy chase to be ruthless.